Happening this midday, authorities in Oconee County have made a break in a murder case that has wrecked the Athens community for nearly a year. Officials have arrested a former UGA football player in connection to the case. 11 Alive's Brittany Kleinpeter just talked to the sheriff and has more details.
Authorities here at the Oconee County Sheriff's Office say they were able to match a shell casing from the crime that happened here to a crime in Philadelphia, and that's how they found their suspect. The suspect was arrested in Philadelphia on March 15th, according to the sheriff's office. He is accused of killing 23-year-old Elijah Wood on March 19th of last year at a racetrack gas station in Oconee County. They say the suspect has been cooperative, and right now they believe the motive in the case was a robbery gone wrong. The sheriff says the case has taken a toll on investigators, and he's just grateful for the help of authorities in Philadelphia.
There's a team at Philadelphia Police Department right now that I will tell you that I'd go anywhere. They made this happen, and you know they put together an operation plan up there that's unlike anything we've ever seen, and we executed it with flawless ability, and they really did a great job with it.
The suspect is now waiting extradition back here to Georgia. The sheriff did not have a timeline on when that would happen, just said very soon. Reporting in Oconee County, Brittany Kleinpeter, 11 Alive News.
All right. Thank y'all for joining in with us to Who Won a Life Sentence. Court is now in session. All right. Today we got a Mr. Ahkil Crumpton on the docket. We're going to take him to trial, see what he got going on. Of course, he hasn't been sentenced yet. I actually remember when this thing happened, we were sitting, watching TV, watching the news, and it came across. And I'm going to show y'all what we saw. I'm going to give y'all what we saw around this time in 2021? Yeah. Somewhere around. All right, let me show y'all what we saw.
Investigators are trying to track down a cold-blooded killer caught on camera. Officers say the senseless crime took place last Friday on Macon Highway in Oconee County at a racetrack gas station. Here's the video. A person dressed in dark clothing walks into the store with what appears to be a semi-automatic handgun in his right hand. Once inside, he walks straight to the clerk and opens fire. Within seconds, he runs towards the front door. But watch as he turns around and runs back to the counter, and then runs out the front door. A customer found the clerk bleeding on the floor. Deputies performed CPR, but it was too late. Who is this heartless criminal? Why did he gun down the clerk? Maybe you know something. Call the Oconee Sheriff's Office if you do.
Okay, so they put out a big manhunt for the young man, Mr. Crumpton, and they didn't find him. He was found later up in Pennsylvania. Not at yeah. They found him up in Pennsylvania in 2021. So the crazy part about it is the part that was I don't know, of course I don't know the young man. Before we get started, man, y'all know we always ask that if it's possible, donate something to the channel, because we don't know if we're going to be monetized or not, because we try to keep it as real as possible, try to keep it uncut. So, if you find it in your heart to hit that, we're going to give you a shout out. And everybody who's donated so far, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, guys. Because to be honest, I want to keep doing this, and I want to stay on these people's neck, because maybe we can spark some kind of change or change some mind, So anyway, I want to label this one the crash out, right? And I call this one the crash out because, to be honest, I can't. It don't seem like this young man. It don't seem like it. Now again, I'm just judging from the outside. It just don't seem like his back against the wall to the point where, it was all or nothing, or it was to the point where he should have thrown everything away. First of all, he's still a very young man. You still got time to make. You still got 20 years worth of mistakes before they actually become detrimental to you. I mean, not anymore. Not in the situation that you're in now. But the average person, we got all the way up to 30, 40, sometimes a little bit after that, to continue to make mistakes until we can actually get it right, or until it's very detrimental to our future or to our well-being, right? So you taking all that from yourself, man. You robbed all that from yourself. I'm not sure what that's about. Why? I did a lot of research and I couldn't see what the crash out was about. But it is very sad, because when I hear the young man speak, most of the time when people make this show, you can pretty much see the ignorance. You can see the lack of, maybe the options they had, the lack of education, lack of inspiration. It jumps out. Even though sometimes they be rappers and pretty good. You can still see that there's a missing element. But I can't see that with you. I can't see that with you, Mr. Crumpton. You actually look to be a decent young man. You speak very well, very articulate. I believe you probably speak better than me. Look like you know how to handle yourself. And it's crazy because the same way you had those white people surrounding you, kind of, examining you, listening, checking you out, throwing stuff at you, receiving it from you. You got to go through that same situation again, man. But it won't be as the circumstances going to be a little bit different. Last time they were interested, and it was their job, and everybody had high hopes for you. This time, when you have all those white people throwing questions at you and gauging your answers and seeing what's on your mind, it's going to be a totally different ball game, man. It's judgment. They're going to be very judgmental, and the reason why it's such a horrible decision is because most times we realize in the future that, man, it wasn't even so bad. It really wasn't even so bad. Whatever it was that you were battling or going through at the moment, it really wasn't so bad. You'll realize that we've all gone through it. It probably wasn't, it wasn't gonna take your life, So whatever it was that was troubling you at the moment probably wasn't bigger than you. It wasn't big enough for you to throw away your whole entire future. And just say F it, man. And then I see again, like I said, you fled to Philadelphia, and I'm gonna read what they got on the internet, and I'll put it up for you guys too. But it's 4 months later, on July 17, 2021, Crump was seen exiting the South Street Diner at 140 South Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at 3:18 a.m. to retrieve a Glock 43 pistol from a vehicle, and was approached by Anthony Jones. Surveillance video from a nearby business captured the encounter between Jones and Crumpton. Jones brandished a silver handgun and pointed it at Crumpton, then appeared to grab the car keys out of Crumpton's left hand. Jones forcefully removed the Glock 43 pistol from Crumpton's right pocket while simultaneously holding him at gunpoint. So what I don't understand is you fleeing back up to Philadelphia, and then immediately after you got some kind of altercation where somebody is robbing you. They done stuck a gun in your face and then taking your gun off of you. And for that to happen right after something this violent happened, is it like, or you know, I don't know, did you become one of those violence magnets, or, you know, were people waiting on you once you got home for stuff that you had already done? I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna go in again and try to do more extensive research on this, but let's continue. When Jones turned around following the robbery, he began to run away. Crumpton pulled a Glock 19 pistol from his waistband and fired 13 gunshots that ultimately struck and killed Jones. The spent 9mm shell casings ejected from Crumpton's handgun were collected by law enforcement and later submitted to ATF's National Integrated Ballistic Information Network for comparison testing. The analysis confirmed that the firearm used in a racetrack murder in Oconee County, Georgia, was the same firearm used in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania shooting. Now, the reason why I say crash out is because when you went in the store, you had on a mask. So I would think that you didn't want to be identified or apprehended for the crime. But you shoot the clerk. And I mean, this is not even, you know, sometimes when you do crime, you got a little knowledge of the inner workings of interrogations and the way that crime works and the way cases work and all this. But, you know, even the person who's never been in trouble, even the person that watched TV know that when you do dirt with a weapon, you get rid of the weapon, especially if it has a body on it. So when you went in the store, you went with a mask on. That says you didn't want to be caught. But then you don't get rid of a gun that you used to murder somebody. That don't say that you don't want to be caught. Now, if you don't want to be caught, but you don't get rid of the weapon, then I got about here declare you a stupid motherfucker. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse my language now. But I'm telling you, that's how it is. If you didn't, now I understand if you ain't mind about getting caught. You done said, F it all. Whatever come my way, I'm taking it as it come. This is the end for me. If that's your thinking, then I understand not getting rid of the weapon. But if you wasn't ready to throw life away, then that weapon should have been long gone, right? And I maybe I don't know, because again they said they found the AR inside your house, and even when the guy robbed you, he robbed the gun that was on you. He stuck a gun in your face and took the gun that was in your waistband. Soon as he turned around and ran off, you had another gun so close, like you ain't have to run in the house for another one. You had another loaded pistol just that close to where you could grab it and let off 13 shots before a guy could run away. So, I mean, you strapped up. You strapped up. It's hard to see if you were ready to throw life away because you strapped 24/7. It don't say anything. Like if you had enemies, you look to be a decent young man. You look like you had some sense, but you strapped to the teeth and you killed Mr. Jones. While he running away, you shot him in the back. I don't know how they feel in Pennsylvania. Matter of fact, I think it's pretty rough up there. But in Georgia, that would have been murder, first degree. Even if he already took your stuff, and if he's running away from you, he's fleeing from you, which meaning, you know, he did have a gun in your face at one point, but now he's running away from you. The threat is actually fleeing, and you shoot him in the back. That puts you in line for the gas chamber, sir. That puts you in line for the needle in the arm, sir. Yeah. They look for the death penalty behind stuff like that. So you in Philadelphia, you got one body, then you down here, you already got this other body in Oconee County, Georgia. You killed a young man seemingly for no reason. I mean, the closest we got from the report is it says you told somebody else, your roommate, when you went home that you just went to raise the gun and it went off. You know what I mean? That could be true. Maybe adrenaline set in. Maybe you just didn't know what the fuck you were doing. Maybe it was destiny. Maybe it was fate. Maybe you are where you're supposed to be. I don't know, my boy. Again, to me, it feels like a total crash out. So I ain't gonna beat a dead horse on this one, man. We actually don't have a lot of information. We'll bring him back through once his sentencing take place. But I do think he's successfully thrown his life away. You fighting two bodies? You got a hell of a fight on your hand, my boy. We're gonna leave it at that one, man. I appreciate y'all for coming in, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Y'all stay tuned for the honorable mention. I got my boy Walt Baby coming up. Rest in peace to Walt Baby. Thank y'all for checking in. Let me see. Well, I ain't even gave the order of the court. The order of the court is you facing 20 for Crumpton faces a maximum of 20 years in prison for attempted robbery and a maximum of 10 years in prison for the firearm charge. The sentencing date will be determined by the court. So, and that's just on one case. That's your case in Georgia. I don't think you've been tried for your case in Pennsylvania. So I don't know what to say, man. As y'all can see how that sun shining back there. I was thinking about this as I was doing my video on my homeboy Walt Baby. Man, it's such a blessing to make it to certain ages, to get to see certain things, to just get to chill, to enjoy the sunshine, and for the most part do nothing. You know what I mean? A lot of people didn't make it, man. A lot of people not gonna make it. A lot of people not gonna listen. So enjoy the sunshine when you can, man. This is actually my second double Windsor. Guess what? And I used this one I did this one without YouTube. So now it's actually pretty decent, right? So now I'm actually tying the double Windsors without the video. So like I said, y'all need that info, let me know, tap in, I'll send it to you. I appreciate y'all for checking in. And you already got 30 years facing right there. So my boy will give you 30 years and see what they give you on the other one. Order of the court.
Shop stay open, got the heart for the smokers. Could stay blowing like they leave out marijuana. Pills in my pocket, got them Molly, got them Zans. Shop stay open, come and shop with your man and come shop. Shop, now 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 come shop. Shop. Shop stay open 24/7 like a gas station. The way I keep that gas, shit you think I own a gas station. All I know is money, making these hoes out here, they will break it. Get my hoe the models, I get massages while I watch them naked. 8 bands I spend on my neck, these Ray-Ban got a custom band. Me and my car having conversation like we going on the date. Got burglar boys in the spot, we serve you through the winter. Surveillance camera in the kitchen, got shooter with a pistol. Never been on the bricks, Atlanta houses on my flash screen. TV voice control, I change the channel while I surfing. On collar green and granny got more pill than your doctor. I keep working like a 10 surfing, come shopping with your partner. Shop stay open, got the heart for the smokers. Could stay blowing like they leave out marijuana. Pills in my pocket, got them Molly, got them Zans. Shop stay open, come and shop with your man and come shop. Shop. now come shop, shop, 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 now come shop, shop. I'm the gas man, keep a duffel bag of that money. 0.5 for the 5, keep the smokers down coming. 3.5 for the 40 if you want it, if you want it. Got them simple 75, bitch up on it, bitch up on it. I be trapping on the money mission marathon. I pump more gas than the motherfucking Chevron. I told a dirty gun just to wipe my back. Wipe my back is quite amazing how I'm running up my sack. Up my sack and lesser than the mud, I run through 100 packs. 100 packs, I like to flex on them niggas. Strong pack, strong fat, I'm bringing them packs in. I'm moving packs out. My plug loaded, so I hardly ever see a drought. I'm getting paid. Stay open, got the heart for the smokers. Could stay blowing like they legal out marijuana. Pills in my pocket, got the molly, got the Zans. Shop stay open, come and shop with your man and come shop. Shop, now come shop, 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 shop. Come shop, mirror with the Sprite. She walk, baby, got a Sprite. Man, I might just buy a Neverland. I'm feeling just like Mike. We more gold ring than Mike. Snap like a pet just like LeBron. Oh, baby, love this creature like a father love his son. I'm a king with a lot of punk. Can't go out bad like you money. New jet walk. Call me Nino getting money. Man, my trap stay blanking 250 for a QP. So much trap, my house be looking like a QT. My sideline pretty big, my main big gorgeous. Lean so thick, people think I'm drinking oranges. They group it like some oranges. These rappers be so boring. Keep talking so they long so you won't see the morning. Shop stay open, got the heart for the smokers. Could stay blowing like they legal out marijuana. Pills in my pocket, got the molly, got the Zans. Shop stay open, come and shop with your man and come shop. Shop, now come shop, 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 shop, now come shop.
All right, what's going on, y'all? I want to say appreciate y'all for tuning in, rocking with me on like this a Sunday, so it's kind of a wind down. And again, I just appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, staying tuned. You know, we don't know if we're gonna be monetized, so we always put the cash up on the screen. If you want to donate, we appreciate it. I'm gonna give a big shout out to anybody who made donations. And today I feel like I should have shaved first, man. But I'm gonna roll on with the story. Today I feel like telling y'all about my homeboy Walt Baby. I think it'll be fitting for this video, which I titled Crash Out, or The Crash Out. And we'll try to put it together all at the end. First and foremost, I want to say, rest in peace to my homeboy, Walter Cook. Nothing I say in this video is meant as disrespect. I got a lot of respect for my nigga. A lot of love for him. His son or sons, you know, if they ever reach out to me, if they ever need to, you know, y'all can reach out to me, you know, and even if it was like to ask something about your father, man. So I want to tell y'all about my homeboy. So while I was down in prison, like the last video I did was about Cherry. So Cherry was when I was in dorm 3. I ended up getting put out of that dorm. When I come out the hole, I ended up in dorm 2. I don't even remember what I went to the hole for, but they put me in dorm 2, right? So in dorm 2, I meet I meet my homeboy. I had been there for a while, and it's more young people there, so it's a lot wilder, but it's a lot more fun. Which means the time is going by a lot faster. Plus, I was already on the end of my bed, so it didn't matter much. And I always remember thinking that because over the years, I started my time in 1998. So cell phones weren't popular then, and the pills weren't popular then. The weed was still popular, and the X pills were just starting to get popular. So to everybody in the prison and the chain gang, if you talking about doing pills, we looking at you like a new age junkie, right? It's because everybody we know that's on pills, that's another kind of addiction. So, us old heads, you might as well say, we look, and even when I say old heads, I got out when I was 23. So then I had to be about 21, 22. So we looking at it like, you young niggas coming in here fucked up really on a little bit of everything. Y'all on this, y'all on that. So Walt Baby is the guy that I would say made me change my mind and have a different look. Because when he came in, he came in and he had his own group of people that he was dealing with and socializing with and kicking it with. It was Walt Baby, Lil D. I heard Lil D dead now. Rest in peace. Hot Boy. That's my homeboy. I'll tell y'all about Hot Boy later. And Lil Sam. Lil Sam, my homeboy. And Big. All them were my homeboys. This was the young crew. Sam still my homeboy. And Big, we ain't really cool no more, man, cause Big real selfish. I don't really, anyway. So this was Walt Baby. This was like his crowd. And like I tell y'all, me and Unc would get the weed in. So, Unc had the little young niggas that he liked or whatever. And so he would pass them out weed like a Hot Boy or a Sam or whatever. And then they would in turn smoke with Walt Baby or, whoever or whatever they did, right? So one day when the weed dropped, we passed it out to the young niggas. They get their weed, and then me and Unc going to smoke at the fan, and we got to pass the bed that Walt Baby and Sam them sitting on playing cards. So when we walked by to go to the fan, Walt Baby was like, "God damn, Unc, I want to go to the fan too." And those were his first words to me, right? And honestly, it was to me it was funny because he was funny looking. I felt like I'm a vet, young dude, just another young dude. He don't really know me, but I told you the way Unc had already groomed me, you gotta show love. You can't have people in the dorm mad at you when you trying to stay low key, right? So I'm gonna fuck with him anyway just for asking me. But I'm like, bro, I don't know what I don't know what you're talking about. He like, oh man, come on, fuck with me, Unc. And it's funny that he keep calling me Unc because he really think I just been in prison a long time, but he really think that I'm a lot older, but I'm really not. Me and him are closer to age. We might be a year apart. You know what I mean? So we do whatever. And then afterward, see, like Walt Baby, man, to me, he was funny looking because he one of them guys that couldn't close his bottom lip. No matter what was going on, the bottom lip would, like, even if he was just chilling, the bottom lip would hang low. And there was pink in here, you know what I mean? Like one of them heavy drinkers, but I don't know him to be a heavy drinker. So I'm going to be honest, he was funny to me. And he was funny looking to me. And there been a bunch of times where, we be doing, in the middle of doing whatever, playing cards, smoking or whatever, nigga might just be like, boy, you're an ugly ass nigga now. Here go the thing. Boy, he ain't no hoe when it come to the jokes and the joning and all that. You start with him, boy, he going now. He done call me all kind of dogs and, you know what I mean? But he get on me, tell me how I'm albino and ain't no way of this and that, all this shit, right? So, but my nigga really was funny looking. And it used to be funny. It used to be a joke because he would always talk about how many hoes he had and how many hoes he could get. And we sitting there like, bro, do you see you? Now, for real, do you see you? But I'm going to be honest. His confidence game, and you could not tell him that he ain't no ladies man. He can't get no bitches. And I've never seen him without one. So, but I'm going to tell you, so anyway, that's how I met Walt Baby, man. And it was also funny because when he told me his name, Walt Baby, and then his name was Walter Cook. So, bro, how the fuck, one day I'm trying to joan on him, bro, how the fuck your name Walt Baby? What the fuck is a Walt Baby? And he like, man, my daddy's name was Walter, and I think he was saying like maybe he was from an outside family or something. So when, Big Walt got the girl pregnant, and then Walt came out and everybody see him, everybody started saying, oh, that Walt Baby. No, that Walt Baby there. Yeah, that's Walt Baby. So his name became Walt Baby. Now, you got some people might argue against that. This is what my folk told me out his mouth. That's how he became Walt Baby. And next thing you know, we were calling him Walt Baby Love. I think that's something that he did. I don't know. So, man, we used to be around that mud, man, kicking it, joning. All he wanted to do was get high. Like I said, they would do some thing, they would call it, what was it called? Back in the day, they were doing this thing called, they were popping pills, but it was like cool. They'd be sitting there chilling, and Walt Baby would do like this. If like him and somebody sitting across from each other, Walt Baby would do like this. Woo! And then whoever across from him would be like this. And act like so Walt Baby would act like he flicking a pill in the air. The other nigga across acting like he swallowing a pill. So I'm thinking, and they would do that on the regular. I'm like, bro, what's that? He like, oh, that them beans or whatever they would say. We booting up, or I can't remember what the word is, but they were popping, right? Popping pill. That's what. So I come to find out that all these young niggas pop, and this was ecstasy pills. So I'm on them about being junkies. All we do is smoke weed. Y'all niggas junkies. He like, nah, you just don't understand. When you get you 3-4 bad girls, they gonna wanna do shit like that, right? So whatever. But they the one that convinced me maybe it wasn't so bad. And eventually when I end up going to the halfway house, is a nigga in there selling beans, and I end up buying one. And it just, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it was weak or what, but I saw no difference. Maybe it was because I ain't have no girls around or whatever, but I just saw no difference. I felt like I was dirtying up my system for absolutely no reason. So all in all, wasn't my drug. So that's how I met Walt Baby, man. That was an introduction. He was real cool, man. I'm talking about all they did was play. They ain't have no long sentences. Maybe 3, 4, 5 years. And Walt used to always talk about how much of a hustler he was. And he would shake moves. He would shake a few moves and get some stuff in from the street. So, like, I've never known him to quit, to lay down. Even he might be down for a minute, but he always got some in motion trying to figure it out, do the next thing. And so we end up all coming home, and I end up maybe I just ran into him one day, but I end up catching up with him. And I'm gonna be honest, man, I rewind a little bit. One of the things that I remember about him in prison was one day him and Big got to playing, and Big was fat. So they get to playing, and Walt Baby, see him and Hot Boy, Walt Baby and Hot Boy used to always go back and forth about who was faster, talking about hands. They had been doing time together somewhere else, and they were slap boxing. Man, these niggas was like damn near pit bulls. They could see each other, and the wrong eye contact or movement, one of them will try to slap the other one be, and then if you like stop and just watch them, they will be going so fast you couldn't tell who hitting, who getting hit, who winning, who losing. now one on would back down, and they would argue. Hot Boy was, Walt Baby would always start it. He swear he was faster than Hot Boy. Hot Boy would never let him win. Say, "No, ain't no way, bro, ain't no way." And they would go at it right then, right there. Pow, 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 pow. And I'm talking about they just slap each other until they got tired. 10 minutes later, they might be doing the same thing, right? So it was never really confirmed who was really the fastest, Hot Boy or Hot Boy or Walt Baby. But all these niggas do is play all day. They just play. So one day they end up playing, chasing each other around the dorm. I don't even know what the game is. I look up, Walt Baby done jumped on Big neck and he choking him. They playing, but it's a real choke. He got Big and Big signaling, for Walt to let him go. But Walt on him like, "Nigga, shut up, nigga, shut up, shut up." They playing and Big fell asleep in his arms. But Walt don't know it, so Walt still choking him. I'm talking about still choking him, like playing. But he ain't trying to hurt him, and then so once he did let him go, realize he sleep, he did let him go, Big crumble straight to the ground. Boom. Walt Baby got a little scared for a second, but I knew that, he ain't hurt him and Big was gonna snap back. So once Big got himself together, man, he was dizzy and he got up. His shirt was on sideways. His flip-flops was on sideways. He walking, and you could tell he was really mad. Now he wanted to fight Walt Baby, right? But they didn't get to fight, man. But I remember, this is how they used to play. And I put emphasis on that because I didn't play a lot in prison. I didn't play. And even if I was comfortable enough to play with you, absolutely no way could you play around my neck. It's certain things that we ain't gonna do. I ain't even wrestle because I ain't want nobody sizing me up. And the couple of times that I did have to wrestle, I went all the way out and made a statement so that since if it has to be this, then it's gonna be bad. I end up throwing a nigga through a couple of lockers, right? So Big, so they end up fighting, they end up falling out, and it was cool. We end up coming home, and all of us end up, not getting together at the same time, but keeping up with each other and all that. And man, one thing I could say I can admire about my boy was, like I said a second ago, he never gave up. He never gave up. It just wasn't in him. Now, he was a 100% street dude, right? I'm talking about 100%. But you could tell that he was a street dude because that's literally all he knew. But he wanted to be something greater, and he was pushing toward that way. And I say that because even the things that I was doing, he would buy, he would spend money with me, shop with me. But he's never had a job. The whole time I've known him, I've never known him to have a job. He would always have something for sale. If I go over there, he would have a bag of beans for sale. He had some trees. He had this, he had that. Always looking for the new and next hustle. If you notice, even when I put up the YouTube, it said 6 years ago. So he was already on YouTube and trying to generate and do the next best thing even before I was hip to it. And he came and told me, even when he did the video, he came and told me, "Bro, come check out my video." And even when I came and check out his video, man, when I came to the house and check out the video, the type of person that he is, like I said, I respect him. He was a street dude, but like I said, that's what he knew. But, man, my nigga was stubborn. He was hard-headed, right? He was just real stubborn. He just saw things his way. For instance, when he called me to come and check out the video, I think, if I ain't mistaken, he had got some trees from me. Back then, I was selling a little weed. So he got some trees from me, and when he like, "Bro, check out the video," the name of the video was Come Shop. But he had CUM Shop. So, you know, and he, man, listen, I'm telling you, he was blunt. He that type of nigga. Like, if something going on and you wrong, or something going on and something off, he ain't gonna do no hiding, no sugarcoating. He gonna tell it exactly how it is, right? And really, that's the best way to be, because it kill all the awkward moments. And so that's how I was with him. So even when he showed me the video, I'm like, bro, video fire, but you know you on, like, this the wrong come, right? He like, what you mean? I'm like, bro, you supposed to put C-O-M-E shop. I'm like, this C-U-M you got, that's like cum, that's porno cum. That's like, you know, that's explicit cum. So he looked at me, and it like I said, it's funny because, you know, he was just stubborn. Even though he would take the information in, he look at me. No, bro, nah, that ain't what that is. And he really thinking that the C-U-M is just like a slang terminology for the cum shop. You know what I mean? He just saying the slang way. And I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, listen, call anybody you know, or call a girl or something and show them. I'm like, bro, this is the nasty cum. Long story short, as you can still see, the video is still titled Cum Shop. So again, that's how he was. You know, I had a landscaping company, and next thing you know, he had a landscaping company. And, you know, if I had him here right now, he would probably argue me down that he didn't, that I had no influence on that. I would beg to differ, because I used to talk to him about it and brag to him about it. Like, bro, you know, it's really easy. Nobody got to certify me to call me a professional. You know, I can get my own clients. It's never gonna be any like competition for work. If you landscaping, you know there's always too much work. So, you know, he saw the good idea. Next thing you know, he had his own landscaping company. He would call me and ask me about my advice. I would give it to him. But he would do like crazy stuff. I would go to his house. Like, I went to his house the one time, and he got the fat old man lawnmower, you know, with the fat nose. And I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, you on the right track. You doing the right thing, because he used to watch me. Even I had the wrong residential lawnmower. I had like a Toro residential. But, you know, when you in landscaping, you need a Toro commercial, or X-Mark, you know what I mean? You know, laser, skag, something like that. So, I'm telling him, like, bro, this the wrong mower. This is a residential mower. And he trying to take it from yard to yard. I'm like, bro, this mower not made to go from yard to yard. It ain't made to keep cranking and cutting down every day like that. So you on the right track, but it's the wrong lawnmower. But it'd be a situation where he just get what he can at the time, and then he upgraded. So even though he wouldn't listen to me, he would do it eventually. Man, last time I saw my dude, man, he was I saw him, and he was coming off what that is right there, crossing flat shows where the QT at, Clifton Springs. He was crossing flat shows in Clifton Springs. I was turning down, he was coming up, and he had that thing hooked to a trailer. I know he was either on his way or coming from cutting the yard. You know, we just hunked and kept going. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I was just so proud of him, because my boy was gonna do his thing. He had about 2 or 3 cars, had the titles to him. You know, they wasn't no great cars, but they would get him anywhere he needed to go in the city. He you know what I mean? He literally, and, you know, I know his mom, you know, she was on dope. So, his mom was staying with him. You know, anything that his mom needs, she was coming to him for it. And, you know, I would watch it. I would watch him, you know, give his mom stuff and do stuff. And so I know that he was the backbone of the family. He was the breadwinner. He was the man. And he didn't have nobody to run to or turn to if it ever got too heavy. He didn't have nobody to call on for help. Like me, you know, if he, like, I'm talking about, you know, some real heavy stuff. You know, you talking about a front or two, but I'm gonna give you your money back. That ain't nothing. And he never done that. But I don't think I never seen him. I just always know him to handle his business and come out on top. Never seen him without a girl. Then he would have his last girl was a stripper and she was cute. She was real cute, man. And if I ain't mistaken, she was pregnant. She was pregnant. And I don't think he ever got a chance to see that baby. Man, my nigga, man, you know, I went over there one day and he told me that we were doing something. I think again we were doing something, probably smoking. Cause I go over there, we smoke, and his hand was messed up. I'm like, damn, bro, what happened to your hand? And he told me that his sister's boyfriend had whooped on her. So of course, my boy went over there and did what he's supposed to do as a big brother. Now I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying he did what he's supposed to do as a big brother, you know. And that's just how he was. Man, listen, Shawty just was not a hoe. I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen him back down. I don't think he would. It just wasn't in him. You know, I never known a situation where he would. It literally wasn't in Walt Baby to do no backing down. He was gonna live. Like if you notice in the YouTube video, he was a felon, but he would have the guns. So it's stuff like that. You know, you could kind of tell him the better way. Like, bro, you know, you ain't supposed to do this, and you get in trouble. But you know, he was just gonna live his life. It was his life. He wanted it. He would listen to some stuff, but he was just a little stubborn. You know what I mean? He was just a little stubborn, man. And I know for a fact though, if he would have kept going, he'd have been once he finally made it and caught grip, especially in that music world, he was gonna do some damage, man. You know, I hate what happened to my guy. But anyway, when he passed, man, I was able to call around because, you know, like I went to with him to see his baby mama a couple of times. So I was able to get in contact with her through like his social media stuff and things like that. And come to find out, his sister's boyfriend had beat on her again. And Walt Baby had already beaten him up like 1 or 2 times. So once she called him, like, this nigga beating on me again, Shawty shot over there again, you know, and he be kind of like in a blind rage instead of thinking like, dang, man, I already whooped on him 2 times. If you ain't gonna get, first of all, if you ain't learned your lesson, then you ain't gonna learn a lesson. And if you ain't gonna get away from him, I'm really wasting my time. He looking at it more like, you know, bro, I told you not to put your hands on my family. And really by doing that, you really trying me. You really saying, fuck me. And that kind of disrespect, he wasn't going to tolerate, right? So same thing, he went over there to put the hands on the boy. As soon as her boyfriend saw him coming, man, he shot my nigga in the chest. And tragically, he didn't survive it. Yeah, man, but that was my partner, man. It's weird because you never realize how much somebody, you know, how much they will mean to you until you don't have them no more, you know. And man, I ain't gonna lie, he was a good friend to me, man. And he going down as one of the honorable mentions. And I put that's why I put it on the crash out, because, you know, by definition, it was a crash out. He went on a mission that he didn't return from, and that's a crash out. You know, I know he probably thinking this nigga just a puss ass nigga, and maybe he was, but he never. I don't think he had the thought that he maybe wouldn't return from the mission. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I wanna, you know, and again, I put my boy on here because I don't want to never forget him. I don't, you know, see too much about him no more, and that's sad. But you know, even like the guy we did the guy we took the trial today, Khalil, Crumpton, whatever. Man, see, my boy didn't have your opportunities. He wasn't articulate like you. He wasn't athletic like you. He couldn't, go catch that ball. I mean, everything he would have to had, everything he had, he literally scraped from the dirt. You know what I mean? And to the point where other people, other human beings are depending on him. And I mean, he wasn't no chump, he wasn't no slouch, but he didn't have all the opportunities. Never had a job. Never had a job. So to me, it's real tragic, man. I think if my boy would have had your opportunities, he probably would have done a little bit better with it. You know what I mean? But that's all I got, man. I want to say rest in peace to my nigga Walt, baby. I'll never forget you, soldier. And I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me on this Sunday. All right, on the next one.